Want to know what a real man would tell their lady about love and life? You're in the right place. This is Hello Ladies with Rom Wills. Rom Wills is a speaker and author of several books on relationships. Grab some wine, sit back, and enjoy.
Hello, ladies. Welcome to my spot. It's tough for princesses. And what do I mean when I say princesses? I don't mean an actual woman who has, she's a member of a royal bloodline or something. That's a whole other world, trust me. Their tough thing is what to do on a particular day and then actually finding somebody on their level, which is typically a prince, Like the guys, like the princess might marry some ordinary guy or some third tier actress. But, the women, they always got to be at a certain level. But, that's a totally different story. What do I mean when I say princesses? I mean women, regardless of race, who had a father, an attentive father who basically treated them like a princess. That's the key thing. Because if it's like a single mother, she raising a child, she's spoiling everything, that's still not a princess, because there's a tendency to make that woman tough and independent, not a princess. No, a princess is that one who has that father who's there, can take care of her, probably busted some heads, probably protected her, probably kept her by being run through by the neighborhood bad boy or the upper class pretty boy, whatever the case. It's tough. That's the princess. The father made sure everything was taken care of. Treated her well, was there for, that's his little princess. And some women know about that. I know a lot of women complain about a lack of fathers or some issue there, but you get some women, the fathers are right there. I mean, and sometimes in that father, himself, he could be a hardworking 9-to-5 dude. He could be a thug. Like, that's one thing I always say. You get those fathers those thugs who have girl children. Oh, they change up. I've never seen that to fail. Even some players, you can get a straight womanizer. They get a boy, they just train them. You get a little girl, everything change up because he know the game. He changes up. I've never seen that to fail. A little girl changes up. He get real protective and stuff. Now, on that level, it's easy for the woman, She ain't come across any hell, she go out on a date or something. Shoot, the father he'll secretly follow her and the guy on the date, then still get back home before them. Then when you pulling into the driveway, the father with those little signal things that they have at the airport. You know how they got those wands and they bring the plane in. He doing that with the car. You got that car coming in. He doing all this. I should have filmed this to show you, but you know how they do. Be like pointing you to the direction. Then he be like, hey, how was your day? You out on the porch with him and stuff. He turn that light on. He be right there. Yeah, I know it. It's good when you young because you do get protected. And if you do, he lets you deal with the guy. Trust me, he had to be the right type of guy. So that's cool when you're young. But it gets tough when you're older. Because one thing when fathers let that princess get older, he will, if they're, they still going to have some protectiveness in them, but also at the same time, they're going to let you go a little bit. All right. So you can be out there in the world, go to college or go straight to work or whatever. He still got you on a basic level. The problem is, it's tough because other guys might not treat you the same way. They might not be as protective because, see, one of the problems is most guys, and this is regardless of race, they used to dealing with these women on that, they think they independent type of thing. They used to it. They used to a woman arguing with them, even if they are Mr. Goodbar or even a Malik, right? Men are still used to a pushback from it. Because I remember I've dealt with the princesses before. I've dealt with the princesses, In fact, even my son's mother, when we were married, she had some princess in her that kind of made it easy to deal with. So, and even be cool with now, right? Even be cool with. But when they Most guys ain't used to it, but when I was dealing with her, I was like, wow, damn, she cooperative. She cool. Oh, shit. Even now, even though we're not together anymore, I'll just say it was more on me. I'll leave it at that. I might have did some things I ain't need to do. I'll leave it at that. So anyway, there was it could be difficult because you're used to that pushback. You're used to that. Though the guys are used to that. So then when they meet you, a lot of times they like, wait, she being cooperative. She ain't fighting me. I just said something. She ain't challenging. She's either like, yes, oh, okay, or something. You're like, what? Wait a minute, hold up. A lot of guys don't know how to deal with you. And it ain't the guy's fault. It ain't some inherent thing. But you got, like I said, guy grow up. He can be the most select dude on the planet. He could be an alpha showpiece with a PhD and a 6-figure job. And some women still going to like do a little bit of pushback. Not as much she going to do on a non-select guy, but she going to still she going to give him something. And something there, because even then, even if she's behaving cooperative and everything, she still got that stuff she was doing with other men, and that's still there. She just suppressing it more when she with the select man. That's all. The woman's still there. So when that guy comes across, even the tough guys, I've known some guys who are definitely select. They come across a princess, they like, damn. They be like, they call me up. They be like, yo, Ron, man, I met this woman, man. It's just totally different, because they get used to doing stuff to put the woman in check. Or, check some. They get so used to checking a woman. That's a natural thing, part of their personality. They get a woman and she's just like, okay, and she don't argue with him. She's like, wait a minute, something wrong. That's something I need to talk to the guys about. It's like, you deal with that woman that you don't have to check. Ain't giving you any hell. It's hard. In fact, in this whole YouTube space, what do a lot of dudes do? Complain about women's behavior. Complain, even get on somebody like me because I don't really complain about women's behavior. But, yeah, I know how to spot princesses too. So it's just like, I'm good at spotting those princesses. But it's tough. It's really tough because a guy literally don't know what to do with you. He don't. And then he might be lucky to run into that guy who's dated princesses before, or especially, I say, the guys who can probably deal with princesses naturally the best are always from upper classes. Always from upper classes. Even if you're not upper class yourself, because they're in an environment where the dads treated their daughters like princesses. More, anyway. Upper classes are more patriarchal. Way more patriarchal. It's the lower classes that are primarily matriarchal. So, that's the thing. You would have to find, but then at the same time, you had to be in an environment to find those guys and have a certain level of attractiveness. Because one thing about princesses, it don't necessarily mean a woman is drop dead gorgeous or anything like that. It's just the attitude, how the man treated, how she was treated by her father. You can still be a princess and be a plain looking woman. But then it's hard to find that guy who is natural with it. Now, of course, you got some guys in the community who could probably deal with that, but I understand it's tough to find that guy. Now, what many princesses have to do is probably have to be patient with the guy they deal with. Because if he come into the situation and he already used to checking you and then he don't have to, he might be like, damn, what's up with this woman? What's up? Well, he start questioning stuff. And then it might be a while. You would have to be patient with that type of guy. In the sense that he's still looking for the other shoe to drop. He's still looking. He might be like, okay, she being cooperative now. She might be setting me up for something. Because he ain't used to dealing with it. Then that's why it's tough. That's why it's tough out here. And the thing to do, ladies, for the princesses, the true princesses is, one, see if you can get in those environments where you have a more upper class crowd. Two, be patient with the guy you meet. Because one, if he's with you, he obviously likes you and everything. But he's still going to be, because of past women have affected how he's going to treat women, you might have to be a little patient. And other than that, just be lucky. I mean, I hate to put it that way. But whatever the case, all of them are still tough. So anyway, that's all I have for you today, ladies. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.